not really sure what it is that brought you here yet again to watch my deplorable, fat, chunky ass to go ahead and rip apart a video game, but here we are yet again. So, what seems to be on my crosshairs today? Well, let me just go ahead and take you down a little trip of memory lane. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about an old school type of RTS that kind of got through some bullshit, some development hell, and then got reborn, and yeah, not exactly what we were expecting. I'm talking about Homeworld. So if you go back in the day, we're talking fucking ages, like ancient times, and basically in terms of gaming. This game came out pretty much out of nowhere, right? Came out of this, I think it was Sierra, I'm not too sure, can't fucking remember. Who gives a shit? They're dead anyway, doesn't matter. So Homeworld comes out, and it's this RTS, real-time strategy for you fucking morons. Basically, all it is it's an RTS in space, and then you have a mothership, and then you could fight and stuff. The single-player campaign was the fucking bomb. The storyline was amazing. The game is literally revolutionary, ages ahead of its fucking time. Ages. To this fucking day, we still yet to get a game that is identical to be able to compete on the same awesomeness and awe-aspiring godness that is Homeworld. So, Homeworld, eventually the rights of the shit falls on THQ, right? So THQ has it, and I don't know what the fuck they do with it, beats me. So they go ahead, they do some shit, and then THQ dies. So then the rights go up for sale, and then some company goes ahead and buys it, and they're like, oh, we got these fucking plans, we're gonna remaster it, we're gonna release a prequel, right? We're like, oh, shit, it's gonna be another game. So everyone's like, you know, me too, I'm sitting there waiting for the Bukkake Fest, right? Then this shit comes out. So what we get is we get Homeworld Remastered, which from what I've heard is epic. You can't really remaster what's already a masterpiece. But then we get a prequel. So the storyline goes, for those who have never played Homeworld, you start off in the fucking game in Homeworld in space with your homeworld literally in flames, right? And you discover that your whole ability to go into space and do hyperdrive and all that shit is because you found some ancient technology hidden away on some ancient ship in the middle of a fucking desert. Convenient. But anyway, regardless of the fucking fact, we do that, right? They get it, they go into space, they get discovered, they get their shit beat the fuck out of, and then they gotta go and do some shit, and that's the whole game, okay? This one, Homeworld Deserts of Kharak, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be the fucking prequel to the whole thing. It's supposed to be like, this is how they got to that point. So you're no longer in space, you're literally on their planet, and it's all desert. It's like a more futuristic version of Dune, which is really fucking cool. So when I first saw it, I was like, I was really excited, right? I didn't hear much things about it, so that's a good thing because I hate that whole hype train crap. So I went ahead and jumped on this motherfucker. The first 2 or 3 missions are actually pretty decent in the sense of how the game plays. And it tries really fucking hard in trying to make that whole balancing crap. With RTSs, that's always a big problem with them. Let me go on a little further. So anyone that plays an RTS game, there's a big issue with balancing. The whole objective is to make an RTS game that works where the weakest unit works cohesively with the biggest badass unit, right? Because then you don't want to get stuck with a game where everyone just is building the same fucking unit over and over because it's the only thing that seems effective. They tried really fucking hard in trying to do that. Unfortunately, like every other fucking RTS, eventually it gets to a point where that just gets muddled out and the whole thing just becomes a complete clusterfuck. The game's story is also really fucking boring. How the fuck do you go from the masterpiece of artwork and story that you had from the original Homeworld, which mind you was made fucking ages ago, and then you get this game and the story is just fucking stupid. It's like, hey, we found something. It's in the desert. We're gonna go get it. That's it. That's the story. There is no fucking weird shit, nothing. And they do some big fucking massive buildup in the story where you're supposed to find some super weapon, which is apparently a satellite that's floating around on the planet, but seems that this civilization that has the fucking ability to put satellites in the fucking space themselves has never been able to actually see this floating weapons platform. Whatever. Logic beyond me, a fucking plot hole, it's okay. I'm just gonna fucking have a conniption and move the fuck on and just accept it, right? And then you get to the point where like, it's just, you finally get it. It's a pain in the ass to get this thing unlocked to work with you. And when you finally get it, it's like a pea shooter. It doesn't do anything. It's like, it does shit, but it's not as sexy as the things you already have, right? When you unlock on your carrier, when you unlock the cruise missile, that's basically like a freaking nuke compared to the thing that you actually get. The Homeworld Deserts of Kharak tries to do something really cool and unique to an amazing franchise that doesn't have enough recognition and love as I would assume. Not assume, but I would want, right? That I think deserves, okay? And it just falls fucking flat. It doesn't bring anything to it. It doesn't add any substance to it. You're here thinking that we're gonna have some cool, crazy plot twist or storyline, something, anything. Just nothing. Like, I would love to have seen that maybe the enemies from the original Homeworld were always integrated into the society of the original in the Deserts of Kharak, and then that's how they knew they broke that treaty or whatever the fuck. Something cool, something unique, something out of this realm, but no. Instead, what we got was this fucking game that was bought by some company because another one went ahead and falled out, and they're like, hey, this seems like a great cash cow. Let's fucking go ahead and make it. So they went ahead, made a substandard, kind of boring, pathetic, RTS that really has nothing to it, that has no real substance or anything, no story. They slap the fucking name Homeworld on it, and they go ahead and they ship it out as a game, and they think that, we're just gonna go ahead and eat it all up and shit like that. So, if you're a person that's interested in Homeworld, the only fucking thing I can tell you is get Homeworld Remastered, or if you can, get the original. I haven't played the remastered version, so I can't tell you how much better it is or whatever the fuck, but I can tell you that the original one is by far a masterpiece. But Homeworlds of Kharak, wow, what a clusterfuck that game has become. It is just, it's not good. It's just not good. Yeah. But there was never really explained what creature they turned into, right? So folklore has a bunch of different alliterations of what they're supposed to be. A bull is not any one fucking one of them, okay? So the fact that this bitch is a maiden and she can turn into a bull, and then at the end they're like, how do you do it? She's like, I just will it. Fuck you with a rubber fucking dick, okay? That is bullshit on a fucking stick.